Hello.
Hello. Do you like my new digs? I'm in my
I
bedroom
do.
today.
You
First it's
could
the kitchen, now it's the bedroom. Woohoo, really. I'm moving
four
around in the world.
poster bed, no less.
Yes, the four-poster bed, I
You
must say.
know, that
And
could be another show.
yeah, hey, okay. Well, write that down. Well, turn on the turn-ons. That's next week. Anyway, uh,
Nina says hello. Hello, Nina.
hi, Nina. Before we get started today, a lot of you are on my Facebook friends, and if you notice, what I did is I posted a photograph of me 2.5 years ago when I was going through chemotherapy and I had lost all my hair. There's a reason for me posting this because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and October is loud. And I want to be loud my own way and urge all my friends that I love and care about to keep up with your mammograms, your sonograms, to make sure that nobody else gets this dreaded disease. I was very, very lucky. But if you haven't gone for your mammograms and sonograms yet, this is one thing I want to tell you: get to know your breasts. And what I mean by that is you don't do the breast exams every month, but get to know the texture of your breasts. If you see any changes, that's really, really important because early detection is the key to saving lives. And as I said, I was very lucky. If you notice, I have my hair now. Took a while to grow back, but that's my little spiel for the day about breast cancer. And I want to thank everybody for giving me all the love and the wonderful comments. You, Lisa, Nina, who, you guys know who you are, who gave me the love, and I really appreciate it, and I give it back. So thank
We
you very
love
much.
you. We
Thanks,
love
Lisa.
you. And we're so glad that you're okay. And thank you for sharing that.
Yes,
I am overdue for mine. So that
yes,
is next on my list of health things to take care of.
please, please. I love
Absolutely.
you, so you know, please. Anyway, let's uh, let's get to lies and
Ooh.
more lies. What do you got for me, Lise?
What would you do if your partner had a secret bank account that you knew nothing about? What would you say to him?
Would I have access to it after I found out?
Uh, I don't know. I mean,
Uh,
it could go either way.
okay. What would I do? I would be upset because it hasn't been shared with me. I'm not talking about the financial, but the things that he had to keep it a secret from me. Maybe he thought I would spend all his money. Uh, I would be upset, but I want to give you a little bit of a percentage that women, 13 to 14 women, have secret bank accounts. And I think they do that to hedge their bets, that if this doesn't work out one way or the other, I've got some money put away. But I would be upset and I would probably address it. Not probably, I would address it, but you have to be careful how you address something like this. I wouldn't want to go in kicking and screaming and yelling at somebody because I have been known to do that from time to time.
I
What would
have
you do?
I have some scenarios on this. I have some thoughts. So first, women I can understand having a bank account. That's
A
just
secret.
hers. A secret bank account. Yes, I'll say
Okay.
it. Secret.
Okay.
For a couple of reasons. If
Mhm.
scenarios, maybe it's her second relationship, second marriage, and her
Yeah.
first marriage maybe, didn't go very well. She goes
Hmm.
through the divorce and she's left with nothing. Maybe he's the money spouse. So now moving forward into her new relationship, she gets remarried. Maybe they have a family, whatever. A secret stash, a secret bank account for a woman. I don't know if this is sexist or not, but I feel that it's a necessity. I feel that it's a necessity because if something does go south, she has something to fall back on. She has a
Hmm.
little something to help her get through that time. Um, I believe in that. I believe everybody, and I'll add this to it. Everybody should have a 10% account. Okay, whether your spouse knows about it or not. Um, it's a separate bank. It's a separate bank account that you don't touch. It's just a savings account. Every bit of money that comes through your door, it could be birthday money, your paycheck, whatever the case may be, 10% of that goes into that savings account, no matter what. Even if it's 10% of $10, it goes into this bank account and you grow that bank account.
Hmm.
It's your rainy day fund, it's your emergency day fund, it is your fun fund, it's your vacation fund or whatever you want it to be, but you don't touch it. And the whole point of it is you just let it grow. Um,
But that would be for you alone, not for you and your spouse.
I mean, it really should be. I believe, you know, something should be just. I don't know. I'm a woman. I believe
No, no.
you should have a little secret bank account because I think our grandmothers would tell us to do that.
Uh,
A little
I
stash of money,
I
right?
I I agree. When I first graduated from college, and I have since learned my lesson with credit cards, trust me.
Hmm.
But my mother said, open up credit in your name. To have something like that to fall back on, that you don't have to worry about using a man's credit card, or relying on a man's credit.
Relying on them. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only issue is I got carried away, and I have not done that again since. But uh, I feel like if you found that bank account, how did you find it? Why did you find it? And if you are checking up on money, or say if you're checking up on your husband's or your wife's
Hmm.
phone,
Hmm.
if you're doing stuff to check up on them, here's the thing: you don't really trust them already, and you just don't
Yeah.
want to admit it. And that, to me, erodes a relationship. I'll tell you something interesting, though, because there's a difference between secrets and privacy. Number one, I had a friend who said when he was married, when his wife got mail, he opened up all her mail. And I said, I don't think so. Oh, what does
I got
Marie say?
Marie says, my mother told me to make sure I could be self sufficient. Not always easy, but I get it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And those are hard lessons learned. Those are very hard
Because you
lessons.
have to, you have to be able to just, um, not rely on somebody else. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Family member, spouse, relationship, friend, whatever.
Hmm.
You want, and especially if it's lessons learned from previous years, previous
Yeah.
relationships, you want to be able to just do things on your own and have your own stuff.
Hmm.
Yep,
Yeah.
not to depend on a man. Exactly that, Marie. And it doesn't matter who
Hmm.
the man could be an angel sent from above. It doesn't matter. Danny is a great guy, but you know, you gotta have a little something of yourself for you, and your partner has to have a little something for themselves.
I
You
agree.
know, keeping
Hmm.
secrets. I think people should be able to have a little secret self in a
Well,
way.
I'm men's and men's with a lot of stuff. I go towards lean towards privacy on a lot of things,
Yeah.
because what do you say? I mean, would you discuss right away? I'd say you meet somebody right away. You're not going to discuss your financial history. You're not going to discuss your medical history. You're not going to discuss your dating history. You're sending your representative, as I've said before. For the first 3 months, you're sending your representative. And then after a while, the representative fades into the background and the real person comes forward.
Yep.
But um, I think it's okay to keep personal struggles private until you're in a really serious relationship, or you're or you're getting married, or you're married, or something like that. But why do people um, keep secrets? Why? What do they do to keep, why do they keep secrets from one another? Why do they do that?
It's easier. They don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to upset the other person. It really depends on what it is that is the secret. I mean, if let's put it this way. If it's a secret that's going to devastate somebody else and you don't want to tell them, that's purposely keeping something important. I'd rather know the truth. So in other words, devastate me with hurt me with the truth, devastate me with a lie.
Okay,
So
I
because
get that.
a secret turns into a lie,
Well,
depending on what it is. I think there's a line there. There's privacy, there's a
mhm.
secret, and then there's lying about that secret. And that's a whole nother level.
Well, when you're lying about a secret, say I've got a secret about you, like a devastating secret, okay? And then I'm exerting, this is when it's not healthy to keep a secret. I am exerting my power and control over you because I'm saying, if you don't do what I say, or if da 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 da,
You're
I'm going
blackmailing me now.
to stop it.
I
And I,
was really trying to think. I said this to Helen earlier. I'm trying to think if I have any current secrets. I don't.
that's
I,
that wasn't my point.
I know.
My point is that when that's not a healthy secret to keep, that I am going after your well being to keep a secret, to exert control and power over you. So
That's,
I get what I want, and I'm showing
yeah,
you, you better do what I say, or
yeah.
I'm gonna blow, I'm
That's a whole
gonna,
nother level.
well,
That's
yeah, but
yeah.
that's a secret. Or people keep secrets for fear of being judged. Okay,
Mhm.
you know, if something comes out that you might deem as devastating, or fear of loss of love. You know, you and Danny seem to have a very, very healthy marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, which I think you're very lucky for. I know lots of married couples that I go, "Meh," you know, like like anyway, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
The thing is a lot of people will keep secrets from their spouse for fear of judgment, loss of love. I don't love you anymore. You cheated on me. I don't love you anymore. You know, you devastated me financially. I don't love you anymore. You're addicted to porn. You're addicted to drugs. You
Yeah.
know, you drink too much. I don't love you anymore. And a lot of people will keep those secrets. So, you know, that's not healthy to keep a secret. And also, sometimes we'll keep a secret because we don't want to face the responsibility. We don't want the accountability of it.
Yeah.
You know, we
I
don't
think
have to
that I agree
get,
with that. Yeah.
you know, we can pass the blame to somebody else. Say, yeah, it was all your fault. You know, you made me do it. That type of thing. But what about, okay, when you find out a secret about a friend, say, um, you see one of your friend's spouses out with another person. Okay. Now, what do you do? That's a scenario for you. What do you do? What do you do?
I would want to know. I mean, it's a whole nother level because now you're going to be the person that's the shit stirrer.
That,
You're
yeah,
starting shit.
yeah,
Um,
mm-hmm,
but
yeah,
would I be
but
okay with seeing that? I've been in this position, and I many years ago when I was still on Long Island, um, it was not a close friend.
okay,
It was an acquaintance person, and he was with somebody that wasn't his wife,
mm-hmm,
and we didn't have a close relationship at all. Like I wasn't like oh my gosh, she's like my best friend or like a close friend at all. They were just
right,
people I knew,
mm-hmm.
and I'm like, that's not his wife, and I didn't say anything, and I was able to, I didn't think about it for the rest of my life, obviously. I mean, thinking
Mm-hmm.
about it now because we're talking about this,
Right.
should I have said something?
I think that's
I,
a very fine line, a very fine line.
because they're people
Um,
that I'm not close with. I don't go to dinner with them. They're not close family. They're not somebody that I spend a whole lot of time with. Does it make it
mhm.
right what I saw? No. I felt uncomfortable quite a few times after that when I would see them out and about, in the community.
I,
And I'm like, should I have? Now, if it's a close friend, somebody I spend my time with, I share my life with, or maybe our kids grew up together or something like that, I would want to know and I would talk with that person. It would be very, very hard to do.
but would you be willing to face the consequences because um, that person who you're telling say, hey, listen, I have something to tell you. I saw your spouse out with, you know, somebody else. They looked pretty cozy,
Hmm.
because you're taking a chance of your friendship ending, their marriage ending, um, And I think that's a lot of responsibility we place on people. And I did this with one friend that she confided in me that she thought um, her husband had done, something. Okay. And I said, well, basically, if it walks like a duck, and I said exactly this, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's most likely a duck.
Quack, quack.
And,
Sorry, I had to.
and the thing is I said, I will never bring this up to you again. I thought you should know. We never brought it up again, and we stayed close friends. Let's see. What
Uh,
does Nina say?
I don't know that I'd want to get involved. I don't know their relationship, their understanding between one another, etc. So I may have to feel that out first. Yeah,
That's a great
yeah,
point,
yeah,
Nina.
yep,
That's a really great point. You don't know. They may have an open marriage or something like that. That is, I never even thought of that point, you see, because we're all ready to shoot from the hip. How do you like that? That's really good. Thank you.
yeah,
That's a great point. But
yep.
um, I have this other friend. Here's another story. I have this other friend. He's trying to work it out with his girlfriend, make it work. And I belong to an over 50s single group. Everybody is way over 50 in the single group, but we're not going there tonight. We're not going there. And I saw her in the group.
Yeah,
So do I say anything to him or do I not? So, you know, I've already decided I'm not going to say something, but I'd like to hear
yeah.
your take on it. What would you do?
Oh gosh.
These
All
are
right.
tough
Yeah,
questions.
yeah, it
These are
is.
hard. Yeah,
Because you think about if I don't, this could happen. If I do, this could happen. So you
yeah.
really like in those, yeah, I
You're in the
guess no.
crosshairs
I guess no.
because you don't know. Because again, your friendship might end. Um, that you don't know, and
But
like I would want to know, but then you're opening up a whole can of worms, right?
but here's the thing. Think
Yeah.
about it. Especially if it's somebody that you're friendly with, right? You
Hmm.
see something, you're
Hmm.
friends with this person. You
Hmm.
choose not to say anything,
Right.
but the person that knows that the one that did the wrong and is
Uh-huh.
keeping that secret.
Yeah.
Now it comes out. It's out in the open, and that
Um,
person says to the spouse, the wife, husband, whatever the situation is, "Well, what's a face saw us together too." Because now they're just in the heat of the moment and it comes out and now it's like Helen knows she was there. Your friend says to you, "How come you didn't tell me? Why'd you keep that a secret?" Now what do you do?
that's rough.
I think that's
Um,
rougher than saying it to, especially if it's a close friend, and having her be hurt by what you just told her and not talking to you. And then, maybe some time needs to be healed.
oh
And
wow.
then she circle back to the friendship and say, I'm sorry that I reacted the way I did. She kicked him to the curb now because she found out, all the stuff.
I'm trying to think of what I would probably. Oh man, I would probably say something akin to, because I wouldn't want to hurt this person because they're already hurting already. I didn't feel it was my responsibility, and I think that would make things even worse. I don't know what I would do. I
Yeah,
don't know. That
that's a
that's a
tough one.
yeah. I don't
Has
like this topic.
anybody been in
Can
that
we
position?
I don't like this topic. Can we change the topic? Whose
Well,
idea was this?
I I know. Well, you know, I'm gonna switch to the Gilgo murderer. Like,
Oh,
think about secrets.
that's a, ooh, that
So I had to look
yeah,
up. I knew it was a long time ago.
yeah,
Um, so, and I just did a quick Google search. Don't
right.
quote me word for word here, but 2010 was the first murder, okay, or the first remains that were found. So all this time, they finally catch this guy, right?
Yeah.
How do you keep that a secret from your family? Your wife doesn't know what you're doing. You're like really keeping a secret for years, like
I
a
don't
really
know.
bad one too. Like it's bad. It's not just
Mhm.
like, I opened up another bank account. I murdered people.
I
Totally
get
different.
that. And here's the interesting thing. I would love to hear from everybody and you what you think that women have an innate sixth sense when something is off in a relationship. They just somehow they get that little niggling thing that's going,
Mhm.
huh, something's quite not right. And wouldn't you think that this woman would think something's not quite right?
She
Who
might
knows?
have,
But
maybe, it's hard to say because nobody's ever behind closed doors, but maybe she did and she just could never put her finger on it.
oh man, yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
I can't imagine.
I
I will
can't
tell
even.
you this. We
What?
talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
Um, who's a good secret keeper? I'm a good secret keeper. Like you can tell me something, just so you all know, if you have a secret and you want to share it with me, two things are going to happen. I told Helen, I'm going to forget about it, but it will never leave me. Even if our friendship falters, your secret's always going to be safe. I'm a great secret keeper, and
Well, that's
and
called
and I like
integrity.
that because that's important.
Yeah, that's integrity. But what about somebody who say, "I'm a great secret keeper," and then 15 minutes later they're going, "Wait, are you ready for some gossip?"
They're
You
a
know?
gossiper.
Yeah,
They're a
yeah.
bad gossiper. Don't be
Maybe
friends with
I'm
them.
not. Are you referring to?
No,
Oh, because
I
wait a
said
minute.
they are a bad gossiper.
Yeah, and I just think that um that comes from knowing somebody from a long time, whether whether you can trust them or not. But I believe
Yeah,
that you're a good secret keeper. But what's the difference? No, we're not going to go there yet. This is an interesting percentage. 98.7% of families keep secrets from one another.
yeah,
98%. So take a
yeah.
look at your family and going, what's up? And see what's going on with them.
I believe it.
98%. I believe it too. And then I want to go to what's the difference between secrecy and privacy? What's the difference? What's the difference?
A
Oh,
secret privacy is the things that you are doing, your everyday life, your life goals, your lifestyle.
mhm,
Um, you don't you don't need to like flaunt to the world. Like you keep it private,
mhm,
everything that you're trying to achieve in your world, in your life, whether it be home life or business life, should
okay,
be private, for the
mhm,
most part. And as I age, I'm learning that more and more. I think as we age, we learn a lot more about things.
yeah.
And then secrets is, I mean, it's sort of similar, but I think that secrets are kept because you're afraid of what other people think.
Okay.
It's different from privacy,
Mhm,
you know.
okay.
There's a line there. It's close, but it's separate, if that makes any sense.
No, I think there is a close line. You hit all the nails on the head, and I'm going to add to that privacy. You keep your goals private. Finances private, stuff like that private. It's good for your physical and emotional well-being. Okay,
Hmm.
that this is private. If I want to share it with you, who is the greatest secret? You're the goat, the greatest of all time secret keeper.
And I
So,
think, secrets are more like maybe you have a drug addiction, maybe you
yeah.
have a fetish, maybe,
Okay.
you don't want people to know about that. Maybe,
Mhm.
health concerns.
Yeah.
Um, I
Well,
would think that those are more, I mean, it's still private stuff, but it's different.
I think everybody's entitled to privacy as long as it doesn't hurt the other person.
Hmm.
Um, and also, secrets. When you're keeping a secret, it can impact your well-being, physical and emotional, and secrets can impact the other person's well-being and decision making.
Yep.
And keeping a secret when you're afraid a secret's going to get out, I personally think it can make you mentally and physically sick. 100%. That,
Yep.
it eats away at you when you worry and you're anxious about something coming out.
Mhm.
I think it can cause an ulcer quite seriously. I think it can make you sick, 100%. But
Yep.
now, what's an example of deep secret? What's an example of deep secrets? Like you said, past
The
lives. What
the
else?
the Gilgo murder. The what's that guy?
What guy?
Murdoch. The one that
Rupert
just went,
Murdoch?
whatever
No,
his name is.
Murdoch, Murtaugh, the guy in the Carolinas that
Yeah.
was his wife.
That whole family had some
Yeah,
deep-seated
yes,
secrets.
yep, and they're still coming out. They're still coming out. So,
That's a deep
um,
secret.
deep
Um,
secrets could be infidelity,
yeah.
somebody's preferences for sexual behavior, whatever that is,
Mhm.
whatever.
What
Yep,
about Caitlin? Bruce Caitlin. He kept that a secret for a while before he came out.
yes, he did,
Caitlin.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, and it also, I think, keeping secrets. Um, it also ruins a relationship. You when you keep a secret, you lose that trusting connection, that deep-seated connection. Because again, if you're checking somebody's texts, if
Mhm.
you're checking the financials, if you're checking their whereabouts, it already means you don't trust them. It already means that you're out,
Well,
that you don't trust them. And
when that
who
comes
wants
up,
to live like that?
there's already like tons of things before that that has
Mhm.
transpired in that relationship that caused those things to happen, caused
Now,
the secrets. Yeah.
what's okay not to share? What's okay? What these are secrets, okay secrets to keep. What are okay secrets to keep? I've got some good ones. So what are okay secrets to keep, please?
Amazon Prime.
I'm with you on that one, sister. Okay. What
I don't
about
know. I thought about this. I'm thinking I don't know. Maybe I should have more secrets. I
no,
feel
these are
left
good.
out.
You're keeping a secret for a surprise party. So you see something cute like that. Have to keep
Yeah.
it secret. Can't let them know about a surprise party.
Yeah.
Feelings associated, but here now we get serious. Feelings associated with your ex that you might have some regretful feelings about your ex that you're
Mhm.
with your current partner. Some people might. I'm not saying everybody, but some people might, and they say, "Oh, I wish I could have worked it out." Don't tell your current partner that. Bad idea. And you go forward with that one. Or if your partner has a goal that's a realistic goal that they really want to do, and you don't think it's a good idea, I would say, reserve your feelings for a later time. Then instead of looking at them and saying, are you crazy?
Mm.
What are you thinking? And you go from
Yeah.
there. Those are good secrets to keep. Okay.
Yeah.
um, and I think that's okay. But a surprise trip out, that could be a happy secret, those kind of things. But overall, privacy, I think, like you said, Lisa, privacy and secrecy, it's a fine line.
Mhm.
It's a really fine line. And I think you have to be really careful because um, with secrets, I just say you just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. If you're hurting somebody with this secret, then you have to rethink what you're doing. And
Yeah.
also, when you discover a secret, how do you talk to somebody like that? What
Mm.
do you do? How do you talk to someone like that? Really?
Yeah,
What do you do?
you just have to dive in.
Okay.
I think many, many years ago, I mean, because Danny and I are together 8 years now, going on
Uh-huh.
9.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I I guess in a way I kept a secret like that I was okay with something that transpired
Mhm.
that I wasn't really okay with, but I let it be
Okay.
known that I was okay with it. But ultimately, I just wasn't. So I kept that to myself. And later on it came back out and it
Okay.
ended up in a good way because we got to talk about it and it resolved itself. But I think that some people do that. I think that they keep a secret that they're okay with something, but they're not really okay with it because they don't want to make it a bigger deal.
Well, I think my standard thing is when something is bothering me, I start it with, this is a little awkward for me, and then I kind of jump in. But I try to make it a safe space for somebody if I have to discuss something that is bothering me, that I don't want to keep a secret. Because I think if you keep a secret about something not being okay with you, it starts to build resentment. It
Yeah.
starts to build up, and it goes dot, 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 dot,
Yep.
dot, dot. And pretty soon, you've made a mountain out of a molehill, which could have been addressed right away. And I think,
Yeah.
a lot of people do that. And I think if you give somebody a safe space, um, saying, I'm willing to listen without judgment, which can be difficult to do. All this is talk. Talking the talk is easy. Walking the walk's a little bit harder,
Yep.
especially when, what if you did discover a devastating secret about your partner? You still love your partner, you want to work it out, but yet stuff like this needs to be addressed. They need a safe place to talk about it and
Yeah.
not screamed at or yelled at, and letting them know that I'm willing to listen to your side of the story. And then, you could argue a little
Yeah.
bit, but you have to give people a safe space.
I'm going to circle back to what Nina put up before. When I
Okay.
had cancer at 19, wow, so young. I'm sorry to hear that. When I had cancer at 19, I didn't want everyone knowing. I told my close friends, and they had each other to talk about it with. That wasn't enough for some, and they had to spread the news anyway. I'm so
Um,
sorry that that happened. And
Nina?
I'm glad that you're okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw.
Nina, I totally understand about that. As at the top of the hour, I talked about, beating breast cancer, and you're my friends on Facebook, and you saw my baldy picture, and now I have hair, and it's all good. But initially, when I was diagnosed, I kept it secret, from everybody, because that was my choice for privacy, for my well-being, and my emotional well-being, as well as my physical well-being, because I didn't know what was going to be initially in the
There's a
beginning.
lot to take in, I would imagine, too.
Yeah,
Like, you have to be one with yourself before you can really
yeah. But
share that. Yeah.
but I will say, Nina, the thing is my friends, and my family, they understood and they respected that. So I'm sorry you went through that, because that's a very, very personal thing, and that shouldn't they shouldn't have violated your confidence that way. So I'm right there with you. I understand more than most. Yeah.
Anna Marie says, "What if someone tells you someone's secret? How do you know if it is fact or fiction?
Ooh.
How do you know they're not
Ooh.
trying to bait you, too, to see if
Um,
you're the gossiper?"
huh.
Could be a
That's a
couple of
really good
things.
question.
Um,
Um, I think you would have to consider the source. Is this person a troublemaker that wants to create drama in your
mhm.
life? Or is this person sincere and just say, hey, listen, um, I want to talk to you about something, but that's a rough call too. What if someone?
If someone says something to me that is a secret,
Mhm.
I'll tell you what I do. It stays there. I don't do anything with it. Um, you
Well,
know,
Anna, I have a
yeah.
question. If it's is there a fact that's going to hurt another person? Um, because if it was something that you knew a secret about another person, I would want more information. I think that makes sense, right? I
Mhm.
would want more information.
And you got to
Yes.
look at the person that's telling you.
Yeah,
If somebody's telling you somebody else's secret that told them,
they're not
I don't
trustworthy.
know. I don't
Yeah,
know. That would
yeah.
bother me. I
That's a
I
good
think about
question.
that.
That's a
Yeah.
good question. I would say a lot of this stuff that comes up, it's a case by case scenario where you have to think about, okay, is what's the source? What's the possibilities of this being true? It's hard. It's hard. This was a tough topic. I think it's a very good topic, but I think it's a tough topic because you're opting to trust people with secrets and keeping your privacy, keeping your sanity. I mean, these are hard topics. They really are. I'm very impressed with us, Lisa. I might tell you.
I love it. Nina says thoughts about in-laws are another good secret if you're strong enough to keep them to yourself. Um, that's pretty
Yeah,
funny. Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you, in my last relationship, I got along really well with my in-laws. I loved them. We had, I was with my children's dad for 20 years. Um and then didn't have an issue until, of course, the very end. And, everybody's angry and upset and hurt, but that's normal when that happens. But you know, and then Danny's mom, sadly I didn't get to meet his dad. He had passed away many years before I came into the picture. But I got along with Danny's mom, so I don't have like a bad in-law experience with secrets and stuff like that, and stories. So I don't have that
Some-
experience.
Sometimes I think, when it's family stuff, before you blurt out how you're feeling about something, I think you have to think about the consequences, which
Mhm.
I try to do now. Sometimes, peace at any cost is
Yeah,
more important than just letting it go. Mary
that's
Smith.
right, Mary. A secret teller can't be trusted with your secrets. Exactly.
Well, now, how do you know? Here's a question. How do you know the secret teller told the secret? How do you find out? Does
If
somebody come back to you, or does somebody smile to your face, say, "Hi, how you doing?" And they know the secret that you think they don't know. You all got
it
that, I
sounds
hope.
like an this sounds like an episode of Friends.
I know, but I can't repeat that. There's
When they
no
would
way
keep
I can repeat it.
Chandler and Monica's relationship a secret.
Yeah,
Um, so here's the thing. If you
yeah,
if you have a secret and you only tell one person that secret, you only told one person, and
then
then
it's a secret.
another person comes to you and talks about that secret, then you know that the person that you told that secret's not a good secret keeper. But if
Yeah,
you
but how do
told
you know?
like four people your secret, like, why is it a secret? Then it's really not a secret.
Okay, but maybe how do you know that that person told that secret to other people if the other person doesn't talk to you about that secret? Oh my God.
Helen.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you
Oh,
just have to opt to trust that person, but that can
Mary,
be hard.
if someone is dead 40 years, is their diary still a secret?
Ooh,
No.
I would say if that
No.
person is dead 40 years, if that secret comes out and doesn't hurt anybody, it makes a great piece of gossip. But if it's going to come out and hurt somebody, there, don't bother. That's a good one, Mary. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one. So,
Well,
Lisa, we did it again.
absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. It was a good show.
really good.
I'm looking at all the I want to see if I missed anything.
I can't
Um,
see the comments today, guys.
yeah.
So, thank
And
you all.
Linda, my dear friend, she said, I think people keep secrets for fear of being judged.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
I hope I didn't
What
forget
about
anybody.
when somebody embellishes, um, tells the secret and embellishes on it to make themselves look better? Ooh, what about that? Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
I just realized that as I said that. That
That's
doesn't
an
belong.
that's an
Okay.
embellisher,
That's an
Helen.
embellisher, an exaggerator. There's the Terminator and the exaggerator. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So this was a great show. Does anybody have anything else they would like to add? Speak now. Nina's laughing. I think I got everything. Nina
Okay.
says, if no one reads my diary in my death, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Make it juicy. Make it into that book, Nina. There you go. But
So, next week's topic, just to keep everybody on their toes, October 9th, 7 p.m. What are turn ons and turn offs in a relationship? And you can find us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public. Um, and of course, he didn't even chime in today. Jace, our producer Jace, if you're looking for a producer, he is the one to reach out to. Do you have email? Do you know his email? Do we ever give that? I should put that on a
no.
banner.
Yeah, we should put that on the banner.
So it's
Okay.
producer Jace. Is it .com?
Yes. If
Producer
you are
Jace, yeah.
interested in a producer, you can email us at Helen Lisa Podcast @gmail.com, and we'll hook you
Yeah.
up with them if you are interested, if somebody's interested.
Ooh, real quick, Anna Marie, how about a child which was given away? That's a deep secret. Yeah,
Yes,
deep secret.
that
If nobody knows about it and it's like kept within the family, it's a family secret, deep secret. Yeah,
that that's a very deep secret.
yeah,
It should be respected. So
absolutely.
because
I
that wouldn't.
love all the comments. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We see you next week. Stay healthy, stay safe. Bye.
Have a good night.